Okay, game on. We are in the grand final, everybody. We have the Donuts going up against Wash the Heat, sorry. So, yeah, the overlay also slightly off a bit. We have a Vikings fan coming in immediately, but as we're fixing the team names here, as you can see, it's party time, because now we're looking at our two grand finalists, which means one of these two teams will make it into the main event. So it's all about qualifying, right? We are at our first qualifier for the Masters Clash, a European tournament that will have a 10,000 euro prize pool, maybe even an offline final. There's also the chance that the prize pool is going to be even bigger than that. The idea of the guys is to set up another offline event. It's all a question of whether they can because of Corona or not, but since the grand final would be in 2 or 3 months, chances are pretty good that they are able to set that up. But either way, now that we're heading into all of this, it is time to determine which team is qualifying directly. The loser out of this match is obviously, well, not directly qualified for the event, but they still have a chance through the 3 remaining qualifiers to get one of the direct spots. In addition to that, you're also accumulating points that you can use for a ranking. And at the end of the 4 qualifiers, the teams that haven't qualified directly will be ranked according to those points that they gathered through the Open Qualifiers. And then the top 8 will play a Mercy system tournament where you can still get some slots for the main event there. So, just to give you a bit of an idea. But we have, with the bans that came in here, an immediate pick on Medivh. I mean, not hesitating there for even a second. So Medivh gets locked in, Lucio gets banned out again. Seeing the Cassia and the Chromie ban isn't really a big problem either. We got Sonya and Brightwing. Ixia, of course, wants to play his Fruit Fly, as usual. I'm just a little bit sad that Vikings got banned out, because every single time that you see a Viking play, it's kind of awesome. It's kind of a lot of fun. But yeah, not so in this case. Now, it's time to pick, and we got Masquerade on Diablo and Stukov played by X-Ray, so this setup is already nasty, because you have a ley line into an Apocalypse right now, you can support the entire thing with a Lurking Arm play. Really good setup for them. So that already promised some pretty exciting Heroes of the Storm in our tournament. I mean, as far as Heroes of the Storm tournaments go right now, this is the biggest European one that we have, and this will last for a couple of months. There's a lot that these guys are currently pushing up there. And the teams have really practiced already for quite some time. You see that all of the teams have slightly changed. That's also why we have team names like Wash the Heat. That's pretty much a mix between washed up players and Feel the Heat players. A bit of a dumb name, honestly, and we're still thinking about, hey, how can we change that, because that just doesn't sound good. But yeah, the teams have all changed slightly. The Hardos, of course, are playing with Hazorbs, with Chris, with Bad Benny, with Nick, for example. So there's some insane teams. But that will make some exciting Heroes of the Storm action happen over the next couple of weeks and months. Double Global as the Haka now comes in. Copenhagen locks him into the game, so it might be that they're even playing this out with another Dehaka main tank. That's also something that Lauber did earlier, so they could use it in a swap round, unless they want to use another melee for Lauber, which is also possible if you're going for a Tigers play here. But now that Hoga and Zeratul have both been banned, Rutsu doesn't get to play his Zeratul. He played it in some of the previous games in this tournament, and he absolutely demolished people. There comes Diva. We get Dainu on Greymane. And, yep, that could be a quick bullet play. That's a nasty front line, honestly. And I guess the question is going to be, amongst others, whether or not Medivh is going to be able to complete his quest this time, the baseline. So, we're going to see. Jokes were already that we should just call them Feel Them Up. That would also be a mix between Washed Up and Feel the Heat, and the Donuts made exactly that joke in the lobby just a second ago. So, yeah, I assume eventually we're going to see a name change, at least I hope so. For now, we're going to stick it out with this. There's the last pick, False, that is in, the Birds, the Word, Cursed Hollow, more Globals, triple Global for the Donuts. Yeah, we're ready. Best of 5, grand final, everybody. The first Masters Clash qualifier, big Heroes of the Storm tournament here on the European Heroes of the Storm server. And let's go straight into game number 1. Heroes of the Storm map number 1 is Cursed Hollow, and we start the best of 5 series in our tournament grand final with X-Ray on Stukov. Ultralisk is playing Medivh. We currently have Dino and Greymane, Masquerade on Diablo, and Dequaza on Diva. On the right side of the map, the Donuts with Rutzo on Falstad. Copenhagen is playing Sonya. Ixia on Brightwing, Skog on Tychus, and Lauber on the main tank Dehaka once again. Yeah, triple global, so that's some control that they have over the boss, but triple global is also kind of interesting. I'm really curious if that's gonna work though. I mean, it could be a bit tricky. There's already some portal pressure as they're moving around between the lanes. I mean, I think they saw that, so they kind of know where they are. D.Va is already down at the bottom of the map, so there's that. It could be kind of fun though. We already had previously the build that we are seeing coming on for Dehaka here with the enhanced agility, so Dehaka takes it right away. Same time now. Stukov not going into the low blow. No, the reactive ballistospores are in. Okay, so not going into the newly changed talent in the last patch that we have seen dominantly in the Stukov builds. But again, they get the kill. And Lauber feed initiated. Alright, now it's time to actually play the game. Lauber gets collapsed upon. I really want to know if at this point it's just a meme for the players too. You know that they're just going in and they're just looking where Lauber is, and then they just jump on him to get the first kill on him to just get it out of the way. And in case you weren't really aware of this, there's a pretty big meme in the Heroes of the Storm scene, at least in Europe, going on, that Lauber just always feeds first. He always starts the game with a loss, well, with him dying. And it is scary how often that's actually true. And plays like this is something that you see over and over again. I mean, he has fully embraced the meme by now too, but there's also a little bit of reality. So it's kind of weird to see that. Masquerade's a little bit on the wrong side of all of this with his build, but still. Down at the bottom. Hello, Tychus? What? Brightwing is helping out, but I think he's gonna be in trouble. No, he makes it out. Close call, my friend, but at least he gets away. The rest of the team, they turn it. The portal saves Greymane. Dino gets out. Oh my god. And Diablo's sitting all the way at the top side, all alone. Nobody's taking care of him. The Lord of Terror, a bit too terrifying for everyone on the red team side. Nobody wants to play with him. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Stitches, who's looking for playtime and never gets any. But yeah, Medivh, he's at 8 stacks. We're going to keep our eye on him. It feels that every single time we've seen the Medivh lately, no matter if they won or lost the game, they were never able to stack the quest. So this time they're going to try again. In the rhythm for Tigers. If a good drag happens from Lauber, for example, then you can really get the full duration through. Talking about Lauber. Not again! Not again! Brightwing. Ixia with a save. That would have been another kill. But Ixia is there and can help him out. But careful, my friend. Lauber always tries to make some heroes work in a main tank position. I mean, he was the one that initially started all of this with Blaze. After HTC to try and use him in the main tank spot once more. Dehaka, pretty similar, and it's not really working out for them here, so we'll see. They won the earlier game where that happened, but that was mostly also because their opponents kind of blanked a bit on the core. Now they're going for Tychus again, and Brightwing is a moment too late. Medivh is flying away from this one, and they're going for more kills. They want Kopenhagen too. The spin to win setup is already there, but that's a kill. Kopenhagen is dead. That's 3 kills to 0 already, and that should be the tribute for them. Tychus was trying to stack, he got 6, and that's all that he got out of this one. Now Medivh is not making any big leaps in stacks either, but I gotta say that at least the opening into this game is very heavily favoring Wash the Heat. So yeah, they are kind of crushing it here. A lot of damage. There's also good stacks for Diablo, he's sitting at 80 now. Good hit points for him, obviously, therefore. At the bottom of the map, Ixia and Rayquaza going toe-to-toe. The Fruit Fly is trying to take a mech down. Yeah, good luck with that. Full-on Gundam style down here at the bottom. Same time now, the level 7 talent. Big lead also in experience. And off we go. They're getting their talents in. That makes it a bit easier for Sonya to also take the camps right now with the Battle Rage. So the passive is kind of important for that too. It's a good map to also get pressure going on the boss. Now bosses are going to spawn in 30 seconds at the 5-minute mark. And by now we have the Boomerang for Falstad. So he can get a lot of more value on the side lanes now. And again, all the kills here, they're of course important and you want to build some momentum, but let's not forget that this is a triple global composition that the Donuts are playing. That allows you to, on the one hand, collapse onto a hero in a solo position and try to simply outnumber him, but it also allows you for macro play later on in the game. And they can do that. They're already doing that to an extent, as you can tell, since Dehaka is up at the top pushing the lanes out. Hiding himself, by the way, before the wave comes through. So he can always move back down, but for now they're trying to catch up in experience. The problem if you want to play that global style is that you're already falling behind in XP as is, and that's not really a good spot to be in. Now, they gave the tribute position up for just a second, but they're not giving the tribute itself up. They're still planning to fight for it, but they don't see a need to just simply sit there the entire time while the red team is soaking. The problem is that X-Ray kind of walked a little bit into all of this. Now the portal of Medivh is helping him out here. Dino has to escape too, but they are now a bit low, and this might just be a tribute for the Donuts. They have all 5 heroes now in the mix, but look at the experience. With level 10 so close for Wash the Heat, all they gotta do is delay this a little bit longer, which should be easy with Medivh, and then they're gonna get this one for free. And they do, because nobody wants to fight against the heroic ability here. So despite the fact that we have a triple global on the side of the Donuts, they are behind in experience and they're paying the price for it. They have to give this tribute up. And the boss is getting attacked right away. Now Lauba is going to sniff this one out. We saw that, Dino. Yeah, someone got stunned. But at the top side, of course, they're trying to take their own boss too. Sonya is not there. But yep, there we go. Diva gets also attacked, but they're going to take this one easily. And now with level 10 abilities, they have the Ley Line, they have the Apocalypse. This is one of the combos that you've also not really seen in the CCL played all that much by the European teams, because they initially tried it and they messed the combo up too many times because of the ping problems. And now that we're back on Europe, this is now the 3rd time, I believe, that we've seen it in the tournament here. So another clear indicator of how some of those synergies that didn't properly work for them. But the Siege Giants that's a big step, honestly. So they're defending against the boss on both sides. Level 10 abilities are ready for both of the teams. I kind of wonder if Wash the Heat could just have done a bit more damage with level 10 themselves. Not really, you know, go for the boss, because that allowed the Donuts to catch up in talents and a bit in experience too. But both teams just lose a wall. So that's all that they lose. It's still 3 kills to 0. You can take a quick look at damage here, of course, now. That's 12,000 for Tychus, much less for Greymane, who's only sitting at 8,600. But they got the kills. So all the padding of stats doesn't really matter if you're not able to connect the kills too. Siege Giants are now taken on the sides. But the bigger question is gonna be what's gonna happen once we have those team fights. And once that the map opens up so that the globals can play this out a bit more. Tychus is the priority push for them. Nice move. Leyline, Apocalypse, and they connect with quite a few of them. Emerald Wind, kill on Tychus, kill on Stukov. They're trying to go for Greymane. Medivh is still there. 21 stacks for him on the baseline, by the way. Ultralisk is not moving too far out, but they make the play for the bird, and Rutsu is in trouble. He goes down. Ultralisk is still alive and is going immediately into bird form. Saving some of his stacks, of course, moving over. Now they make the play for Ixior, and the Fruit Fly doesn't stand a chance, but nearly takes Ultralisk down. And that would have been a disaster for Medivh. He's sitting at 22 stacks, and you want to hold on to those. And that's a curse. That's a curse. They get it. They get all 3 tributes, and that's a curse right now. They can split on the lanes, can ignore some of the structures here, simply take the minion waves down. Sonya's at the bottom of the map. Greymane is already moving to the top. Doesn't even have to deal with the fort. Can just simply move on and take some of these minions down. Another wall stun. Uh-oh. The kill against Tychus. Oh my god. 7 kills to 1. A push into the wall. Lauba's in trouble. They're ganking up on him. It's another kill. 8 kills to 1. 13 talents. They take the fort. They go straight in for Ixior, who barely saves himself with a quick Emerald Wind. But they're, of course, trying to take down the keep now. And they're going to get this one. Yeah. They can easily disengage with Medivh. The keep is gonna fall, and that is a 9-minute keep that they have. The fort at the top has fallen, the fort in the middle has been destroyed as well. They're even doing more damage on the next keep here. And as long as the Haka isn't here, they can. I'm not sure if they can take this one down, I doubt it. But they dropped it down to 50% HP. Rutsu flew in, could have maybe gusted them. But that is just an absolute dream come true now. At the bottom of the map, as you can see, this one is not going to make it either. Top side, even the gate has taken some damage. It is a massive advantage now through the first curse that we've now seen for them. And look over to what Tychus has. Tychus is currently sitting at 32 stacks only. We have 23 stacks for Medivh, and they're going for Lauba again. Lauba, more like Lulba, am I right? More kills coming in, maybe. No, the Emerald Wind is helping them to escape. Dino is getting attacked, but everybody is now focusing on a potential drop on keep number 2. They want the Siege Giants first. They're 1.5 levels ahead. It is an absolute slugfest over here. Great games, honestly, by Wash the Heat today. Shitty name, but good games. That should be the motto that they're running this tournament with. And if they continue that trend, they might be the first team to qualify for the main event of the Masters Clash. So, yeah, right now, what do we actually have in terms of like damage and kills? Lauber died 3 times, so did Tychus. Both of them are getting focused heavily. Defense Matrix is in, Pilot is jumping out. They're going again for Lauber, and bam, there is kill number 4. Lauber is down, the gate is gone, they make the engage with the portal onto Sonya. The lockdown over here, the bird nearly dead, but Greymane falls. Sonya still on the run, gets pushed into the wall, 60 HP, and Ultralisk eventually is going to help them with a kill here. One portal is set up, Sonya tries to turn it, can't. Rutsu flies in, decides that he doesn't want to gust this anyways, and in the meantime the Siege Giants have even done some damage towards the keep. Do they try and follow this one? Rutsu flies away. But yeah, they don't go for the keep just yet, but things are getting difficult, especially since the boss is up in another 12 seconds. So they could easily go for this now, with Greymane reappearing on the map in another few moments. 16 talents are ready for them. That gives us domination for Diablo. It is a tough first game for the Donuts. A tough first game. They take the camps. They lost the keep in the middle. The one at the bottom doesn't look good. And again, if the boss gets taken, it's a bit early. It's not going to be that strong just yet. But maybe they can even make a play for the core already. We're 12 minutes into the game now. So, yep, they're still looking for an easy kill. Nova's down here at the bottom. Isolated again. No, no, not again. Not again. There's the lockdown. Apocalypse zones them at least. Oh, but that could be the end of the Quasar. But instead, Sonya is the one that falls. The Quasar only loses the mech, but can save the pilot. So D.Va is still fine. That's 12 kills to 2 now. A full dozen for them. And they're still trying to make the play here. Greymane is jumping in, chunking them down. Keep in mind that there's a talent disadvantage. They don't have level 16. They're going to get it soon, but for now they're fighting without it. And they're having a 4 versus 5. So now here's the attack against Lauber. If he dies, they can go for boss. And yes, indeed, he goes down. Ixir gets also attacked. They're jumping straight on Brightwing, isolating him, isolating Root, so they don't even have to go for the boss. They can go for at least the keep. I mean, that's keep for sure, maybe even core. Death timers are still low since we're incredibly early in the game, so I'm not sure if they can go for the core directly, but they can always try and disengage with Medivh if they want, and that's exactly what they're going to do. It's going to be 15 seconds for Lauber to be back. There's only 2 still here, and if they get another kill, that would be great, and they're already trying. They're stunning him into the wall. Masquerade is bullying them on Diablo. Yeah, he is the original bully. And he comes in, they take down Tychus, and they're going for the core. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the first game. Wash the Heat, they take the lead in this Heroes of the Storm Grand Final. They are going to claim it right here, right now. The core is down, and that is the lead in the best of 5 series for the blue team. Nicely done, and a dominant show of force on Cursed Hollow. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Alright, Dragonshire, game number 2. Another Heroes of the Storm match, and the Donuts, they gotta change something. There was not only a big hole in the donut, there was also a huge hole in their defense and their strategy, and Wash the Heat exploited that right away, so they got the lead in the best of 5 Grand Final here at the Masters Clash. And we have a very different map. Dragonshire is actually the first time today, at least, that we have it. And that should give us... I would be surprised if we don't see another Medivh ban later on. Because these Medivh engages were crazy. Masquerade, again, excelling on Diablo. So murdering it over here. And yeah, there's the Diablo ban. So they don't ban Medivh this time. Question is if Wash the Heat maybe bans it out. Because the Donuts have their first pick. But at least Dibbles gets banned out. Nobody wants to be bullied around by Masquerade anymore. Yeah, he is just bullying everyone across the map. His Diablo is insane. His Diablo is honestly insane. I said it during the earlier matches that we had yesterday in the early rounds, and he proves it again in the grand final here. And yeah, it's just crazy. There's a Lucio ban, so 2 of the supports have now been eliminated. And let's see what the first pick is going to be, which means that Medivh is, by the way, up. That also, I mean, Chromie is up, Cassia is up, Rexa is up, Medivh is up. There is a lot that hasn't been banned here. So, Chromie has a first pick. Yeah, here we go again. Are we going to get the Medivh set up again? Now, you can't play the combo anymore. You can't play Medivh combo into Diablo Apocalypse. So that Diablo ban is also like a soft ban against Medivh if you feel that the blue team is only looking for the combo. But even outside the combo, the engages that we saw were just scary as hell. And you can, of course, also do something similar if you're locking in, let's say, Garrosh, for example. And there's Medivh, and there is Sonya. So I assume that we could look at a Garrosh ban here. Masquerade, if he can play around Garrosh now too, and Medivh Portal would do as much harm. So either you pick him away or you ban him out. I think that's the two options that the Donuts have now. But yeah, it's a bit nasty what's happening here. At least the first game was. Again, the Donuts maybe need a little bit of a warm-up time. Maybe you also need a real tank. And they got Zeratul and Brightwing. Okay, that's a setup where you can easily turn any kind of 1 versus 1 into a 3 versus 1 situation. So Zeratul, Rutsu is insane on that hero. That's a really good choice already. That one wasn't banned out here. That might change. That in and of itself might already change things. That might change things rapidly. But, yep, let's see what we're going to get as a ban. I still want to see what happens around Garrosh in particular. He combos really well off with Medivh too. They ban out Jojo. It's a good chance that Garrosh gets banned. If not, I would really like him to be taken. I mean, what other options do you have in terms of tanks? There's a few still around, of course, but still. Now that we have Jojo banned out, Diablo banned out, the best option, honestly, if you want to combo with Medivh and Portal Engages is probably Garrosh. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of other options. It would be the most traditional one, and there's the ban. Okay, I like that. I feel like that was pretty much telegraphed. Also because he's solid against Zeratul, that's another one. I wonder, honestly, if they could maybe make something happen with Varian as well. We've seen some Varian killer combos already earlier. I feel like they would have some problems with that, maybe. But Varian would be really neat to have against Zeratul. But then they would have a Varian and Sonya set up. I'm not quite sure in how much that's going to work for you. A Nuburak instead, okay. And we have, in addition to it, as a support, Stukov again for X-Ray. And Stukov, I mean, again, we've been talking in the last game a lot about the Medivh engages. We've been talking a lot about Diablo and the insane stun. Let's not forget that Stukov, after he had his 13, he locked one target down after another. I mean, X-Ray's plays there with Stukov were really what helped the team a ton to get those kills in. Now, it was obviously made a bit easier by all those wall stuns and everything, but still, you shouldn't really let that fall on the table. May gets taken by Lauba, okay. May the front line be with you. And Blaze as a side setup. So they have mainly Chromie and Zeratul here for the damage. And Dino is the last pick now. Okay, so let's see what we're going to get from Dino. They still need some range damage. They have nothing right now. They have Medivh to poke them a little bit, but that's definitely not enough to get any kills in for them. So Dino, his Cassia would be open if he wants to stack it up here. And he goes for Fia. Chomp away! Orphea, ladies and gentlemen. Dragonshire, game number 2 in our best of 5 series here at the grand final of our Heroes of the Storm qualifier for the Masters Clash. So let's jump straight in our second map between Wash the Heat and the Donuts. Here we go, map number 2, Heroes of the Storm on Dragonshire without Rexa, neither banned nor picked, but we got X-Ray on Stukov again. We got Ultralisk playing Medivh, Dino on Orphea, Dayquaza is playing Sonya, and Masquerade on the Cockroach. On the right side of the map, Lauba on May, we got Skog and Chromie, Kopenhagen on Blaze, Ixi on Brightwing, and the most important setup, it is Zeratul, played by Rutsu. And he has to carry hard. I really hope that he put the big boy boots on and the pants, because he needs to carry this shit to victory. That's pretty much what we're gonna have to wait for. Maybe assisted by Brightwing and some good old global action on the map, but he needs to do something here. Now the heat transfer on level 1 for May right away. We got the Beetle set up on 1 as well. And it's time to shine. They're a little bit careful here because they don't want to get jumped by Zeratul in the early stages. I mean, again, it's not really Zeratul alone that's a problem, but if he comes through with Brightwing and a Polymorph, plus also May with the setup, then he might be in a bit of trouble. Talking about trouble. We saw this thing the last time. And, well, this is another quick kill. I guess, like, the only good news for them is that Lauber didn't die first. So, there's that. And it's kinda insane. I mean, honestly, that was crazy. Right now, I don't really know what's going on here, but this is the second game now that they are starting things off with an immediate engage onto a solo laner, and they get the insta-kill on him. I mean, that quick jump on Ophir here was just nasty, and if they can repeat that, that would be just great. Last game was a little bit of a beatdown, let's be honest about it. If they can repeat it on game number 2, then I foresee a very dark future in this grand final for the Donuts. My hopes are really on Zeratul when it comes to a potential comeback. He's the one who has to make something happen here. Yeah, Zeratul, how much can they control him? There's a couple of tools against him. Copenhagen at the top is already having some trouble. With Medivh, they can of course very easily make these rotations happen and much quicker traverse the lanes. So that's huge. Yeah, we'll see. The action is already coming in. Rutsu is moving in from the side here. And there's also the cocoon play that we're going to see later on in the game. So it's not like there are no tools to deal with Zeratul or other components of that draft that the Donuts have put in. And Rutsu in particular, he has to deal with the stuns of Anubarak. There's always the chance that the cocoon comes out later. In addition to that, we have even more tools thanks to especially Stukov. And they're already using them against Mei over here. Lauber is making it out thanks to his trade. 7 stacks for Medivh, and they have some trouble here, Bruin. And another big chomp. Dino is crushing, and that's a Dragonite. 2 kills to 0. Wash the Heat is starting to rock this grand final big boy style. They come in with 2 kills in the early game, and they get an early Dragonite. I don't expect that he is going to be able to do too much damage because these early DKs haven't scaled properly yet. So they don't do as much damage, but they can open up some walls at least. Top side, the one-on-one continues, and Copenhagen can be glad that he moved away when he did, because that portal rotation would have been the end of him. In the middle of the map, the wall is open, and the Dragonite is now transferring down to the bottom of the map to continue the same play there. The rest of the team has started to jump topside to obliterate another wall, and they are opening this up quickly. If they can go for the fountain, that would be great. And they're going for more. They want the kill, and they're getting it too, aren't they? Down goes Blaze, and now the fountain is gone as well. That means the lane sustain has been eliminated. Damn, son. They are absolutely wrecking this. There's the counterplay, though. And Medivh could still lose his stacks, but they're moving away from it. And Ophir is even going in for a little bit more portal chunking. Down at the bottom of the map, the wall has now also been gone down. So, guys, this is 3 kills to 0. This is a level lead. This is now the top wall eliminated. The fort has taken damage. The fountain is gone. In the middle of the map, the wall also destroyed. And at the bottom, we more or less saw the same. So, this is a lot of trouble now for the Donuts. They're not starting off into this game any better than they left the last one. Big problem for them. We have the level 7 now coming in. That gives us at least the wormhole over here, more mobility for Rutsu. Of course, we're waiting for Zeratul to really pop off properly in this game. But right now, it's one team that is running the show, and that's the blue team. Even the commitment on the Leeching Scarabs here for Nubarak, which you usually don't see. Even with the level 1 commitment on the Beetles, we normally don't get that level 7 synergy. So now he's going for Leeching Scarabs with all of this. And we're going to have our potential fight. Nah, they're going to let this one go. But, yeah, they're moving towards the top. And Copenhagen has a problem. But is it going to make it out? Yeah, they're going to get some damage on the fort. But, again, everybody is moving away. Brightwing moved in right away. They knew that Zeratul was coming. It seems like Medivh is pretty much on Zeratul watch right now. That's most of the stuff that Ultralisk is doing. I mean, check Ultralisk out. He's mostly keeping tabs on Zeratul most of the time. He did that in the entire rotation. And it's just them acknowledging how strong Rutsu is on the hero. So they're just saying, hey, listen guys, we're going to make that work. Stun, and Dino caught it a little bit too late. Didn't realize that Masquerade had an opening. A bit of miscommunication here. He was already on his way towards the top. But now we're going to get level 10 any moment. And, well, you can guess how that's going to go. Dequaza moving away here. Zeratul was hoping to maybe get him together with Blaze. But now that they're so close to level 10, it's a free fort at the bottom of the map, most likely. Yeah, well, maybe not a free fort, but they're going to get the camp. They can move it in, and they can do some damage. They should at least take the fountain down. And as we always discuss on this map, once those fountains are eliminated, it's much more difficult for a team to take control over one of the shrines here. So topside has now been reclaimed since they're playing out of 2 versus 1 against Sonya. But down at the bottom, yeah, that makes things a bit more difficult. 11 stacks for Medivh. He's a bit slow on this, but again, he's playing it safe a lot also here in bird form the entire time, making sure that he has the vision, and they're already attacking at the top. So it's a 2 versus 2 situation here. Ultralisk and Dayquaza portaling it up already as is, and Zeratul is being forced back, but down here with the Cocoon now also being utilized. As I said, the fountain is gone. If they can get damage onto the fort, that's obviously the cherry on top of the cake, but that's not really necessarily what you need here. Dayquaza gets a Dragonite 6 minutes in, and they get the second Dragonite right now. Yeah, it's nasty. It's a nasty start into the game. The top fort is nearly eliminated. They've done damage in the middle. At the bottom, they're still pushing with Orphea. Coffin Girl is doing some work here. And in the middle, they're trying to slowly burn down these waves too. Down here, as you can tell, Lauber's a bit of trouble. There was even the ice wall already set down. Still trying to escape here. Some damage pushed onto the bug. The middle of the map is suffering, and the Dragonite might be able to take the entire fort down. But nope, Sonya has to retreat. I don't think that Zeratul can get the kill in, but they're gonna try. And at the bottom of the map, they are still pushing. So yeah, down here, the fort is nearly eliminated. But they have Medivh. They can easily move away from this. No problem for them whatsoever. He could also drop down and get the ley line in if they needed to. Zeratul nearly gets murdered by Dayquaza, so he's incredibly low. So is X-Ray, by the way, but he's still alive, at least for now. Here comes the ult. Chomp chomp. The timeout on Chromie that saves her, and we get the bunker as another safety measure. Yeah, a bit of a scrappy battle, but now they're turning it against Lauber, who has to pop the trade in order to keep himself alive. The problem is he might still go down. They save him just, I might add, and everybody is low on their head now. So is the fort. The fort is gonna fall. Great discipline and performance from Wash the Heat now. I mentioned during the semifinal that I really felt that the semifinal should be the grand final, that I could have seen both of those teams going up against each other in the main match of the tournament. And I kind of feel a bit vindicated here now too, having said that, because as much as I think the Donuts have a fantastic team here, so far Wash the Heat has a much easier time than they did in the semis. Now, there's always a chance to bring it back. Seen great comebacks over here too. There we go. The funny thing, by the way, to me is that I also earlier talked about how Ixe was one of the first players to move away from Emerald Wind as a level 10 ability on Brightwing to bring the hero back in the meta and played it out. And since I said that, he's picked nothing else but Emerald Wind. So he's going in full on the disengage on this one and the isolation plays. Fort at the bottom is obviously down, and now at the top they're trying to get another one. Quick dive in, Fort is down. They have the entire 5-man. And another Dragonite is going to be ready for activation in another 10 seconds as those shrines are popping up on the map. Zeratul, he has a tough time. He needs to somehow find the engage, but there's a lot of tools to go up against him, and especially that Cocoon is going to be reserved for him, I feel. Yeah, okay, he sees Dino. Starting to engage back in. Nice done. Orphea wants to follow it up, but she can't. They nearly got the kill there, but they are isolating Mei. And there's more damage, even another stun coming in. Zeratul in the backline, Cocoon has already been used, they can't use it against him. X-Ray gets stunned, protected, but the ley line, oh my god! Chomp, 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 chomp! And that's the end of Brightwing and of Mei. Nicely done. Brightwing and Mei both down, great combo. The fight is not over yet, but now that Blaze is down, I don't think that they can accomplish anything here anymore. And all of this is happening while the top lane is still being pressured by the camp and a double wave. I mean, this one is nasty. And of course, they're trying to go for another Dragonite now. But look at this fight. Look at the combo that they're executing here. The big ley line is coming out, and then they're coming in with Orphea. Big damage done right away. 19 stacks by now on the side of Medivh. We have a third Dragonite. The third Dragonite. 6 kills to 0. Orphea is sitting at 26,000 damage. And it is nasty. It's honestly crazy. Wash the Heat. They are doing an insane job over here. I mean, if this trend continues, then the Donuts have to take a quick shower after this game, because Wash the Heat is shitting all over them right now. They're shitting on them at this point. I mean, you see a level 16 talent advantage. They are more than 2 levels ahead if this continues. This is just insane. Dragonite is already knocking at the wall of the keep itself. 18,000 damage, and Chromie is a bit of an ass kicking on Mei. Lauber, he's died once so far in this game, but they haven't accomplished a single kill, and now their keep is getting attacked. The wall is opened up. The level 16 talents are ready. He's going full Beetle on this one. The Beetle juiced is in, and the keep is gone. With Medivh, they can easily move away from it. I mean, they're setting another ley line up. Can they even get a kill here? They're trying to go for Lauber, who's already suffering the consequences. They are also isolating him from the rest of the team with the quicks around here. The fight could turn against the blue team though, but they did a lot of work here already as is. The Cocoon against Blaze, everybody a bit low. I think they have to disengage here, but the Jet Propulsion connects, and they're trying to get the damage in. Rutsu, he's still looking to finally find a target and get the kill, but it's not happening now. Yeah. The portal is out. Dino is still alive. How? They're trying to get the kill. Zeratul is also low. They're playing around the bunker so well right now to keep everybody alive. But look at this slaughter down here. Rutsu is down. The kill from Medivh as he connects the Arcane Rift. They're going to try and end the game. They're going to try and end. They can't. No, there's no way. Okay, they move back. Thank God. I was like, that's not happening. But these quick rotations here. I'm telling you guys, we're going to see a Medivh ban. Again, I am shocked that we didn't see him banned here. I really thought that they would ban him out immediately. I talked about it in draft number 1. I said it right away when Medivh was chosen that we're likely going to see another one of those games where Medivh gets picked in one game and then will get banned out for the rest of the series. Instead, the Donuts thought that banning Diablo might be the better play. They didn't ban Medivh, and now they are suffering because of it. Shrines are activating again. There's three Dragonites that we already saw for Wash the Heat, and they're going to try for another one. They are speedrunning this one. They are going for a speedrun over here. 26 stacks for Medivh. Not crazy again, but he's doing so much for the team. He's supporting all of these moves that they're making right now. And when they keep down at the bottom of the map, as the game continues to scale and the Dragonites are becoming stronger, they can soon go for the core too. So, well, here we go. 26 stacks, 27 for Fear on the level 4. Level 16 is finally ready, and they're going to try to prevent another Dragonite from being taken, which means that they have likely to go through the middle. Big rotation from Dequaza. With big, I mean like the safe rotation, taking the long route here, since he doesn't want to run into a trap in the middle of the map. And they're going to give the Dragonite up. Nani? What? Hello? A freebie? Really? Okay. Someone isn't really confident here. Jump onto that. And there we go. Alrighty, Dragonite is in the middle. He's the only one. Everybody else is busy up at the top. They gave the Dragonite up for free. They didn't want to fight in that position. No confidence anymore. And off we go. Mid lane gets attacked. Top lane gets still pushed. There's still some remaining minions of the mercenary camp that was claimed earlier that are starting to do damage, and they're breaking through all of this. They're trying to take the towers down. Bot lane, another big one coming in. In the middle, they have taken the wall apart. The gate has fallen, and now there's the chance to slowly but steadily whittle the hit points on the keep down. And guys, level 19 is now in their hands. They are soon gonna get 20. This is brutal. The Donuts, they're getting their asses kicked. Zeratul, if he finds... They need kills. They need kills. It's the only way back in this game. Get some kills somehow. And the thing is that Wash the Heat is currently not playing it too aggressive. They know that they have a chance to get some damage done in the middle of the map, but they're not YOLOing for the second keep. They're just saying, alright, let's play this out slow. We don't have to rush anything here. There's the wall. Okay, but the play for Lauber. Right wing with a save. Emerald Wind. Nicely done. Can they take the portal? They want to go out. And here's the ley line. Where's Sophia when you need her? In the back, Chromie, she got cocooned, and the big fight is still happening. Lauber is low, but he gets away. Big damage though. And Rutsu finally finds a target. He goes for Stukov. He tries to take him down. X-Ray is a little bit of trouble, but so is Zeratul if he doesn't pay attention here. There's another slide as they're isolating Masquerade, but he moves back quickly. And there's the kill. Rutsu gets it, but Copenhagen dies too. Blaze is down, so is Anubarak. And the fight is still not over. Zeratul dives in again, and they catch him. They catch him and they take him down. They follow all of his moves here, but the counter kill against Sonya is still happening. Finally, a couple of kills for the Donuts, but is that enough? Chromie is about to fall. She's down, and Lauber isn't looking too good either. X-Ray, he might die to Brightwing, and indeed he does. Holy shit, this fight. But the lanes are pushing. All of the lanes are pushing against the red team. They are with the back to the wall. There's catapults already on the core. We're 15 minutes into the game. They can easily defend this one now. But of course, they are taking damage all over the place. And they have just simply no map control anymore at this point. 46,000 damage for Chromie. Yeah, at this point, Dino's just chunking away the camp down here. He knows, of course, that the remaining heroes are currently defending, so there's no risk to him either. The shrines are activating again, and the big problem is that the level 20 is now in the hands of Wash the Heat. They are playing such a great setup here once more. Again, great games from them. Also, Medivh has not fallen yet. He's not among the 3 heroes that died, so he has 36 stacks and is getting really, really close to completing his quest, which is, of course, also huge. Cooldown reduction and damage increase. I mean, what do you want more? Ultralisk is waiting. They are trying to get those channels very, very quickly. They want to play around the level 20 now, get another Dragonite, and then win the game. Double camp already at the bottom. Sonya in the middle. And Nubarak. And they give it up again. They give it up again. This time it makes a bit more sense because they don't have level 20. They don't want to fight that fight. But that's a Dragonite at the 17-minute mark, and this time they're not going for the middle. They're going to try and end the game here. Could do both if they wanted to. Traps are already being set up. Quick kill against Masker will go a long way here, but they can't. Nubarak is still safe. Zeratul is chomping down a few of the HP of the DK. And here's the ley line. Now Fia gets the ult out. Bunker denies it. Nice. Good reaction. Bunker denies it right away. And here we go. Another quick slide. The cocoon. Yeah, they're trying to go for Rutsu again. Core is getting attacked soon as well. X-Ray wants the kill. Yeah, but he lets it slide, I suppose. Dragonite is nearly done, by the way. And topside, this is now threatening the fort on the side of Wash the Heat. So Zeratul, he's still in the background, is a bit low, but now they're shifting their attention towards the keep as they realize that they won't be able to go for the core after all. So, yeah, at least take the keep down. Seems to be the play. Level 20 is nearly ready for the Donuts. That would put an even playing field in here. Dragonite with a bit more damage, but now he gets eliminated. The keep is really low, but it's not gone. The beetle, nope, still not gone. They need to get a bit more damage on this one if they really want to take it down. Ultralisk is thinking about it. Hasn't completed the quest yet though. There it is. Keep is down, and here we go. X-Ray, they're making the play. Ultralisk with 38 stacks on the baseline. Stukov is dead. Gotta be careful here, and Ultralisk is still safe. Is moving out. 2 keeps eliminated. The pressure on Dino. Protected. Tries to move out. Another stack for Ultralisk. No, he's sitting at 38 still. Orphea is down, and all of a sudden the Donuts are doing more damage. Their top is still pushing. Medivh, gotta be cautious here. And moves away before he gets stunned out by Copenhagen's Blaze. But they go for Masquerade instead. Quest is completed. Ultralisk is done. He has the baseline finally completed. Time to feed, baby. Yeah, he might make it out. He's buying himself a little bit of time, but I think he's going to die eventually. And yeah, Zeratul takes him apart. So all of a sudden, the Donuts got a few kills in. They took the fort down at the top. Everybody is low on their end. The quest was completed for Medivh just before he died, so good on him. And what are they going to do now? Are they going to try for keep? Nah, they can steal the camp away, but with their HP, there's no way they can go for the keep just as that. Not happening. 69,000 damage for Orphea. Brightwing playing the global now, and they are trying to push through the top a little bit. The Dragonite is up in another 25 seconds. The bad news is that by that time, everybody with the exception of Medivh is going to be back up on the map for the blue team too. Okay. Let's have at it. Down here, we got Rutsu taking... I mean, again, Zeratul has been delivering. He died 3 times though. They have a lot. I said it from the beginning. They have a lot of tools to deal with him. And they're doing exactly that whenever they can. But the game isn't over. With them having so much momentum right now, there's a bit of a chance. So let's see what they can do with it. 170,000 siege damage for Sonya. Girls crushing it here. Yeah, but of course, you need to bring this one back. Going 0-2 in a best of 5 is never a good look. Makes it nearly impossible to win the series. Reverse sweeps have happened in the past, but they're always just insane. And now down here, what do we have? They're going for Zeratul, yeah. And there's the cocoon. They set this one up. Medivh, they're all here. There's the stun. Oh, and Rutsu gets back. Gets some assist from Brightwing too. They're fighting the fight. Oh my god, careful. Emerald Wind already gets used as Brightwing is jumping in. Has also upgraded on 20. Moving straight in for the intensive winds. Now we also have the Shadow Strike for Zeratul. Leyline is out. Medivh is cheating. They're trying to go for Brightwing. Bright who? Exactly. She's down, but so is Orphea. That's the main damage dealer gone. Zeratul is starting to pop off. He has his 20 and he's getting the damage out. That's a 1-for-1 trade that we just saw there. Rutsu wants to come in. Oh, and the kill on May. Can Zeratul pull it off? No, instead it's Chromie that dies, and Rutsu, he's still looking for targets. He knows that he has a chance to take Medivh down if he can just get close enough. X-Ray wants to heal this out, but if that Dragonite is claimed, then it is game over in the second map. I mean, not even only that, we're already 21 minutes in. If we see Quasar is squatting those catapults towards the core, they can end it right here. Both of them are now Hearthstoning back, Zeratul and Blaze, because they realize that nobody's even going for the Dragonite. But here comes the engagers, they're going for the core, and it's all about the catapults right now. If they lock on, and they do, at least one does, the second one as well, then this is going to be game if nobody takes them apart, and it doesn't look like it. Nope. Zeratul is nearly dead. The catapults do too much damage. The rest of the team is chipping in too, and that is a 2-0 lead for Wash the Heat against the Donuts in this Heroes of the Storm Grand Final at the Masters Clash. Okay, let's go. We got game 3, and Wash the Heat has so far crushed this series. Let's be honest about it. They dominated. They dominated both of the games, and at the end we could see a little bit of a spark of life for the Donuts, but they were just not able to do anything about it. Medivh, again, a huge factor in all of this, and there's finally the ban. I talked about this already in the first game, when they picked him, that I would think Medivh gets banned starting in map 2, and instead they banned Diablo, and well, that was pretty much the end of the game. So now that Medivh is banned, maybe we're going to see a different series, but it's time. First pick also again for the Donuts, as they lost. They of course had map choice. Well, they had their choice if they wanted to go for the first, for the map pick, or if they wanted to go for first pick. They decided first pick, as most teams do, and therefore Wash the Heat decided on the map. That's why we have Towers of Doom right now. But yeah, there's finally a ban on Medivh, and it's party time. Kase gets locked in as the first hero to grace us in the third game, which could be the last game, and oh my god. Dainu with Zeratul, and we have X-Ray locking in Brightwing. That's a lot of mobility already. Yeah, that is gonna be some fun. Now you got the Dainu Zeratul against you. That's already a statement made straight in the draft. And yeah, what do we get on the other side? Lauba with Diablo. And they get Sonya together with this. Yeah, beefy frontline, solid. Lauba gets a good wall stun off, that's kind of nice. They can maybe also try to combo something with the Apocalypse over here. But yeah, let's see. That is kind of scary. There's the immediate ban on Zarya now as well. Okay. And not bad, honestly. If a strong 4-man could really ruin you a bit. But what gets banned out against Ultralisk, Masquerade, and Quasar? The last 3 that haven't picked a hero just yet. Also, do you try to play maybe even with the Vikings? We've seen more and more Viking games on this map. Okay, they get rid of an Uvarak again. They don't want to play against the Cocoon here. And, well, let's have at it. There's a quick double pick. I have my eye on Ultralisk. I want to see if we're going to see another, like, dangerous hero from him too. Or if they now have to force him just like in a normal range damage dealer. Okay, Greymane. And Quasar's Diva. Alrighty, let's go. Last 2 picks. Rutsu. What can he play out now? I mean, again, they already have, like, Brightwing for the polymorph. They have Diva for space creation. She controls the 2 lanes at the top. Zeratul can help out, can always move into the middle a little bit, and then rejoin the team. It's going to be a bit more careful here. That would be Farm City right now, so you can't play around any global setup there any longer. Stukov comes in, strong hero. We've seen him now twice in the hands of Brightwing, X-Ray. And we get Maya from Rutsu. Alright, They have definitely thrown down the gauntlet right now. Good setup for them. Strong setup for sure. Last pick for Masquerade. It could be the end of the grand final. It could be that Wash the Heat qualifies for the main Masters Clash event right here. Or the beginning of a comeback. It's a tricky one. You gotta go for a reverse sweep over here, which is never easy. But maybe they can make it happen. Masquerade, he can't get his Diablo this time. And we see him on Leo. Okay. Well, let's see how that works out. We got Leoric in as a bit of a main tank. Well, guys, let's check it out. Towers of Doom, game number 3. Let's get straight to it. Game number 3. Wash the Heat, going a little bit NA over here with the main tank Leo. We got Dino on Zeratul as Masquerade plays the Ghost. Ultralisk on Grey main, X-Ray on Brightwing, and Dequaza is playing a Diva in the game. On the right side of the map, Rutsu on Maiev for the Donuts. They have to win 3 in a row now, if they want to check that out. We also have Lauber on Diablo, Skog on Cassia, Copenhagen on Sonya, and Ixia is playing Stukov. Alright, so let's get this party going. At the same time, apparently our UI has problems acknowledging Diva as a hero that can pick talents. So that's a thing. That's new. But anyways, with that ignored for the moment, we have the 5-man in the middle, and I honestly want to see how exactly Wash the Heat is going to play this one. They have with Zeratul a lot of aggression going on over here, but at the same time now, the big question is going to be, can they really sustain that front line? Because Masquerade on Leo is already in trouble. Brightwing is helping out, but that only puts the Fruit Fly into a precarious situation herself, and it's the end of X-Ray. Not off to a good start with all of this. Now at the top lane, they're trying to get some damage in against Copenhagen, and they're hoping for a kill here. And they get it, so at least they get the counter kill. Kill for a kill. There we go. But yeah, fun game. This could be a fun one. I mean, you have to adjust your playstyle a little bit if you really want to play with Leoric in a main tank position. You obviously are not as tanky as the front as you usually would be, and you're also more or less giving up one hard stun that most of the tanks can supply you with. So there's that. You have a lot of wave clear on the rotation now with Leoric, with Diva, with Zeratul, Greymane even. So when it comes to wave clear, they obviously have an insane setup. But in full-on team fights, you have to make quick, snappy decisions on who you want to go for. And they're going to try and drain with Masquerade a lot at this point. Zeratul is now moving in too. But Leoric, he's not making it for long. They're trying to fight this one out. Pilot about to go down. Greymane is dead. And all-out aggression from the Donuts. And at least for now, it is working out for them. So there we have it. We got our 60 stacks already together for Diablo. So it's already getting a bit beefy here. And Zeratul is of course working on his quests, for the stacks for the quest on level 1 right now. Alright, so time will tell how deep they can go with all of this, but this is a moment where the Donuts have decided that they want to bring it back. They have a good composition, and if they now win the game, then we would at least see a 4th map out of the series, which I would honestly not mind. So let's see if they can make that work or not. For now, we got Dequaza sitting all the way up at the top side, trying to take the camp, but Copenhagen is now moving in too. Now the Brightwing factors are of course always something that they can at least to an extent rely on, and Brightwing has to move in, but doesn't seem to have the cooldown there either. Explosion is out, camp is going to be stolen, and they even take the Diva kill. Not a great start for Wash the Heat, no. I mean, again, you should never go full in A. They went a little bit in A. If that's going to work in the later stages of the game, different question. I can at least tell you that in the early game it doesn't work at all. At least not for now. It's more so a question of also how much can Zeratul pop off in this game and really harass that backline a little bit. With the first altar phase coming up, it seems like they're just letting 2 of the altars go without even fighting for them. So it's going to be 8 shots fired against the blue team's core, whereas the red team now locked 2 of the altars in, gets the barrage connected, 32 points against 36. This was always a map that is decided in the late game more so than anywhere else. But, yep, let's go. Here comes the push straight in for Rutsu. Yeah, bit of a slap setup. Leo makes it out, gets the safety from X-Ray as he blinks in. But right now they're trying to get the quick kill against Lauber, and they can't. He's a bit too tanky. He completed the quest too. So there's a lot of hit points on Diablo right now. And Dino goes down. Dino dies, and they're looking for a follow-up kill against Leo, which they might even get. Masquerade is about to... Oh my god, what? Really? I was about to say he's gonna kick it too. But nope, he survives it. It's still 4 kills against 1 and a slight advantage in experience. Now with the level 7 talent, we finally have Wormhole, so that gives more mobility to Zeratul that he can utilize. It's gonna be very important for him. But yeah, it's starting to... Again, let's get level 10 in and see if they can come back. They've dominated so far, but you can really tell that the Donuts are attempting to play this in a much more aggressive fashion than they did in the previous games. And against the composition that gets played by the blue team, it's at least thus far working out nicely. Now, Masquerade is ghosting out again, but Ultralis gets tethered. Yeah, and that might be a kill. He gets out. He actually makes it out of the fight. Okay, good for him. Nice. There's still pumpkins coming through, and there's another camp that they can now take. It just feels like the blue team is always retreating here. It doesn't really feel like they can take any of the fights right now. As I say that, we have Rutsu in some serious trouble, but Masquerade has to fall back since he doesn't have hit points. And yeah, now the second camp is taken too. So Zeratul has, amongst all of this, still held on to the experience on the lanes, but there's Diablo with another channel, so the blue team is just letting all of this go for now. They're just saying, okay guys, let's not fight, let's just scale a little bit into the game, give up the early game, give them a couple of those, and then we're playing around it. Lauber with a quick pause here as well, so it could be that they have some problem again. I mean, earlier we already had some disconnects happening over here. It doesn't really seem to be the case right now. But either way, it gives us a chance to also look at the damage output. We have Maiev doing fairly well with the 17k that she brought to the table. So Rutsu, he has been popping off on multiple heroes all over the place during this event. And over here in the grand final, he's been setting up some kills for the team with his Maiev plays, as is already. Now, Cassia is catching up on him. 16,000 for her isn't bad either. So we're going to see Skork with some solid performance here too. Leo is the one that get the most damage out. That's mainly because of the drain that he connected with Diablo the entire time. So 14,000 damage for him, whereas Diva herself is sitting at 11. Greymane is suffering, as you can see. Greymane has nearly less damage than Brightwing. Now, to be fair, we haven't seen Greymane in every single fight. So for quite a few of the battles, he's been at the side lane trying to get the lanes pushed out and just focusing on the wave clear. You can see that also reflected in the siege damage. Equaz, on the other hand, yeah, barely survives here. That was a close call for him, nearly a kill, and yeah, the aggression is insane right now. They are 5-manning the shit out of them now. Early level 10, very likely for them too. So yeah, there's that. 36 stacks also for the Cassia setup. At the top, they take another camp, the blue team. And at the bottom of the map, it's going to be a bell tower conversion. The level 10 is ready. Now, once that we have level 10 on both sides, Wash the Heat has to step it up. They definitely got the tools in the belt, but right now, they are losing on the map. They're losing a lot of ground. The Disc is out this time. We also got the Might of the Narazim in. Usual talents. Bullet is out. Brightwing with a blink heal. Yeah, and this is the moment where you really have to start to take a couple of team fights and see that you get a few kills in, because if you don't, then you're going to lose this eventually. They're trying to make a play for Rutsu. She's dead. She's dead. Maiev, no way. No freaking way. What? How? How did that just happen? Dino is moving into the top. It should be the end, and she's able to make it out with... I mean, that's pretty much negative hit points right there. So, yep. Maiev survives. Rutsu, not even close, my friend. Calculated. Absolutely calculated. Double altar is on the map. 5 bell towers to 3. They're retaking the one at the bottom. They have a couple more seconds left, and Diva is holding on to the top lane. But damn, what an escape there. But alright, so they're channeling the top right. At the top left, Equaza's gonna go for the interrupt. The 5 shots are still fired. They couldn't take the bell tower back in time. But at least if they now channel their own, it would be 4 against the red team's core. Yeah, but there's the channel. They get both. They got both bell towers. What? Both altars. 19 to 36. Unless they start to take the kills in the initiative, I don't see a way for Feel me up, Wash the Heat, whatever, to make it back into this. That team name is just triggering me. So, yeah. I have my doubts on this one. Ultralisk at the top, still holding on to it, but it's 4 kills to 2. They are ahead in experience, I give them that. They're ahead in experience, so there's that at least. And, well, they're taking the bell tower now too. So they're moving on the map a little bit around the opponent. I've been talking about the wave clear that they have already earlier, and that of course translates to an extent at least into structure damage. So they're going to take this one top side. They're sacrificing the one at the bottom, so it's no more or less an exchange, but there's also pumpkins that are still trying to move through here. With a level 13 talent, they have a slight lead there. Yeah, they're going for Leo. He gets back out. Okay. And that's going to be a couple of shots fired. Yep, one pumpkin connects. They take Leo down. They're going for the next one. That's the end of Grey Main. Possibly. Nah, he's still alive. One of the pumpkins gets eliminated. Okay, the other one is down too. And they're still playing this one out. It's kind of rough. 13 versus 13 talents now. Leo's going more for a drain build with the setup that we have here. The Unyielding Despair for him now. And they are starting to bring this back a bit. And with Masquerade, we could also see the Entomb. He still has the cooldown, but they have to play it all out underneath the bell tower. And that one has been taken by the Donuts. So that's another one. I mean, I don't know. It is getting a bit crazy over here. They need kills. They need some kills now. And I don't know, 50 stacks for Cassia, Lauba, maybe now, there's the Apocalypse, the triple Entomb, but Brightwing is dead, Zeratul follows, and this is looking disastrous. They can't even get the kill against Copenhagen. Leo is down, and they are farming them. They're absolutely farming them. That is a bit of a confidence boost for the Donuts. They are coming in. They Quasar, he's low. Even if they can't get it here, that's still another 5 shots fired. If they want to convert another bell tower, if they don't, that's 4. 10 points on the core against 36. This draft is just not working out at all. Yeah, I don't really know what happened, that they thought that the NA solo frontline, that the NA frontline Leo would be a good thing. But at least right now, up to this point, it's a total disaster. They dominated game 1, they dominated game 2, and now they're getting crushed. Absolutely crushed. So, I don't know. Level 16 talents are going to be ready very soon for the Donuts too. We got topside. Donut plays, Copenhagen plays. It's very, very slow. He's not going to let this one slide. Nah, for a second he thought he had to go into the middle and help the team out, but he can take the pumpkins down and then try and reclaim that bell tower. The situation is just getting grim. It's not working at all for them. So they're going for the next camp here. And Lauba, careful my friend, he gets at least drained, but he buys the time. Okay, there's the next Entomb, gets pushed out, no problem. I mean, yeah, the bottom bell tower gets soon converted by the minion wave alone. It's already doing a lot of damage to it, and now they're also claiming a pumpkin camp. So that helps them a little bit. As you can see, it's incredibly low. But I don't know, if you really want to snowball that back, you need to take control of this game. They have the bell tower advantage now, so that's something. But the bot lane, the top lane is also not going to hold on for too long. They got a ghost around this, and now they are also up against a talent disadvantage. The triple altar phase is coming up. To be fair, they should be able to soak this, especially with Zeratul taking control over the top lane and taking a few more of the minions down, claiming the experience points here. They should get the 16, and there it is. So that gives us especially damage for Zeratul and for Greymon on the auto attacks, and Leo of course continues the drain. Top left gets channeled, top right, Zeratul is trying to make it happen. Copenhagen, he's gonna spear that one up, gets the slam connected as well, but that's 5 shots fired at least. Leo gets stunned again, top side, they focus in on the rest of the team and they're getting a kill against Sonya. Apocalypse has been used, but that's not been enough. Can they go a little bit more? Zeratul is dead. But the channel is true. That's 10 shots fired against 3. 7 against 26. They're on the single digits, the blue team, but they closed the gap a little bit. Yeah, well, and as they close the gap, Ultralisk is also dying, so that's 12 kills to 3 now. They might be able to get some control over the map, but it is just getting absolutely insane. It's a 4 versus 3 setup because Leo is going to be back. I don't think that's going to be enough for the blue team to make a play here, though. And that boss is going to put them down to 3 points, which is 1 pumpkin camp if they lose this one. So, yep, there's the play. Down goes Diva. Yeah, this is over, guys. I don't see a comeback happen here at all. That Leo pick, I mean, the entire draft did maybe get a bit crazy there at some point, but the pick into Leo, that was the nail in the coffin. And now they're just losing all over the place. The top bell tower has been retaken, so it's 4-4. There's a single altar coming up at the bottom of the map next, and they are just losing all over the place. 73 stacks for Cassia. 30 minutes into the game. That is pretty good. Cassia is now sitting at 51,000 damage. She's top damage in the game for a reason. And yeah, now we have them. The altar is spawning. They should be winning that one easily now. Everybody is just moving down. I mean, they got the tools. They have a lead in experience, in stats, in levels. So they can use that too. But there's even a fountain still up. I mean, for both teams, but still. So Leo with 40,000 damage and top damage dealer for them. And this is the fight. Gotta engage into this, and the first thing that happens is that Leo gets crushed. I mean, he gets healed up very, very quickly and drops the Entomb. They're trying to make the play for Ixia. Maybe Dino can get the kill, and indeed he can. There's the Apocalypse. They're going for it. Brightwing is dead. So is Leo. 5 versus 3. It's a problem. Especially since Zeratul is about to die. That's the end of it. That's Dino down, and they can go for the channel. And that is a point on the board for the Donuts. Yep, here it is. Copenhagen is not wasting any time. Nobody can even get close. They're pulling them around a little bit more. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a game. The shots are flying in. And the Donuts, they got a point on the board as they take the victory on Towers of Doom. Nicely done. Wash the Heat has to go to game 4. Okay, game number 4, everybody. Battlefield of Eternity is the map. That Leo main tank did not work whatsoever, so that was a big fail right there. Now that we're heading into game number 4, we got Battlefield of Eternity as our map, and this is where we're gonna see a bit of a different style. I mean, this is a 2-lane map that we have with a lot of brawl potential in the middle. And Rutso locked this one in right away. They ban Medivh out again, and of course you will. But there's the ban on Zarya, so that there's no super strong 4-man at the bottom of the map. And we also have the ban on Uther. So Chromie gets banned out, which leaves us still with quite a few possibilities here for the team. We also saw in the previous ones a lot of double support blocks, as Lucy got banned too. So the ban pattern on that one was pretty solid, but I really want to see them step it up a little bit. Last game, honestly, it just felt weird. That Leo pick, I mean, totally willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. I've seen that in NA once or twice, and I really didn't like it there either. Pretty weird shit, and it didn't work at all in the last game. Now, the Donuts played it well, of course. They had the advantage with all of it, and they came just out swinging and completely dropped them. But now that we're heading into the 4th game, you kind of want to lock the victory in here, because if you don't, then a reverse sweep is not out of the question anymore. As in the previous one, Sonya gets locked in with high priority. Lauba is also committing to Diablo, as we got Skok again on Cassia. Good stacking from him in the last game. Again, it was a bit easier for them to play their draft out because of the weird setup that we saw for Wash the Heat. But they played it well. They had great stacks coming in from Cassia. Good damage. He dominated the numbers there. You want to get a bit more against the Immortal now too. Tychus comes in, and we have Garrosh. Alright. So Masquerade on Garrosh now, and Tychus can go for the bigger they are and chunk Diablo down. Or stack alternatively, but still, if you have any kind of lockdown against Diablo and get a quick kill in against him, that would be great. Well, let's see what they're actually planning here. Stukov is still up. Honestly, I think that there's a very solid chance that... I mean, Stukov is going to be played one way or another, either banned or played. Deckard Cain, especially now that Deckard Cain is also getting banned. So the question is, are they going to try and lock in Ixa's Brightwing again? I highly doubt it. I mean, you got Ana still available, you got Brightwing available for them. You have also a chance to go into Stukov. Anduin would have been great against Garrosh, of course, first of all. That's why he gets banned. If Garrosh kind of flips over and you pull the target out, that's great. Especially when Diablo, for example, makes an engage and ends up in a weird spot and stunned out. That's good for him too. But there's therefore the Ana pick together with Li Ming. So a nano boosted Li Ming is what they got to deal with. And with the combo that we're seeing for Wash the Heat, Stukov would go a long way here. because then you can really lock the target down, especially after level 13, but even before that. Quick flip into good lurking arm. Tigers can get the damage in. Sonya comes in with a slam, and that's the end of it. Alright, so Battlefield of Eternity. Last 2 picks for the blue team. What do we get? There's the Stukov pick and Tracer. Alright, someone can zip around a little bit and try to get this set up. Nice. Yeah, this is a little bit more like it. Now, you got the Sonya, you have the Garrosh, Tigers plus Tracer. Good damage output, nice chunking on Diablo's hit point pool, Tracer to just needle them the entire time, Copenhagen on the last pick now, and then it's time for Battlefield of Eternity. Our 4th map, maybe the last, or just the beginning of the reverse sweep. Urel comes in, yeah, the Diablo Urel setup. Alright, guys, let's go, 2-lane map, let's make it happen. The Donuts against Wash the Heat. We saw the Donuts already with the first victory on the last map. Let's see if they can lock in number 2 and force the full distance here in the grand final of our Heroes of the Storm tournament. Battlefield of Eternity is the map. Let's get to it. Game number 4, Battlefield of Eternity, is our map as the Heroes of the Storm Grand Final of the Masters Clash continues. X-Ray on Stukov for the blue team. We have Dino on Tracer. Ultralisk himself, he's playing Tychus in Game 4. And Masquerade is playing Garrosh this time with Dequaza sitting on Sonya. On the right side of the map, the Donuts with Rutsu on Liming. We got Copenhagen on Urel. Quite a bit of momentum for the guys now with the victory on the last map, so let's see if they can build on it. Ixia is playing Anna with Skog on Cassia, still stacking it out here, and Lauber on Diablo, the Lord of Terror. The Burger King on the Lord of Terror, and at the bottom of the map, our 4v4 setup. And just as I say it, they're all running away here. Trying to set up a trap. There's nobody rotating topside though. But yeah, just double checking if there's maybe someone hiding somewhere where they can get a quick kill. So far they open pretty much every single game with an early collapse onto a lane and trying to get the kill out. But not really happened. Yeah, good drafts for both of the teams here, definitely solid. Let's see how they play it out. A lot of needling here with Dino, as I said earlier, is going to zip around. Of course, you can also threaten Lauber's Diablo a lot if you just lock him down with Masquerade's Garrosh and then get Tychus in a position where he can get the bigger they are through. Or just his trade in general. So, top side, yeah, there's already a bit of damage happening. Dino has to be very careful of Diablo in particular, but also Sleep Dart of Anna can be the end of him. Urel, hoppity hop, already jumping around here. And Dino's getting the damage in slowly, and that could be a kill. Copenhagen, he just jumped, he has the cooldown again, gets thrown back in, body blocked, and that's a kill. Nicely done. Honestly, that was the perfect throw. The throw doesn't get any better than that, because you also body block him in the same move. I mean, right there, lots of damage, jumps out, and then, nope, you're staying here. Easy kill, first one in the game. Urel goes down, and that allows them to crush through big parts of the top wall. At the bottom of the map, we see a similar picture, as Ultralisk is the only one defending against Lauber and against Rutsu. 16 stacks now for Cassia, but the rotation is underway as the blue team is kind of trying to go for another kill here. Now, of course, that's going to be called, and the Donuts are going to fall back a little bit. But yeah, nicely done so far. Now, either way, we have, with 1 kill against 0, also a slight lead in experience for Wash the Heat for an earlier level 4 talent. They're trying to get the top camp, and, well, as Urel is attempting to contest that, we have immediately Tracer attempting to follow up on it. Each team, therefore, got a camp, and there's the level 4 right now. The bigger they are is in, and, of course, Dino, as usual with Tracer, goes for the pulse generator here. But, yep, good start for them into the game. Both teams are now moving straight into the Shaman camp. But the first objective is going to be up, and that's where the real party starts. I mean, opening up this wall is already a big deal, obviously. So that's kind of nice, but can they get more? That's the bigger question. If you can follow up with an Immortal that you take and then push the other side of the map, of course, that's kind of amazing. But for now, it's objective time. And the Immortals are spawning in 5 seconds, and that's where we're really going to see how this is going to come together. With the first Immortal, sometimes you're lucky enough to take the entire fort, but we'll see. It's a bit of a race at the beginning, at least initially here, and so far it's a very even one. Slight advantage for the blue team, I'd say, and they will in the halftime show with a 1500 HP lead, so good for them. Quasar just slamming away there, definitely helping them a lot, so Sonya has the impact. And talking about having impact, they are nearly impacting this game with another kill on Cassia. Instead, X-Ray is the target of all the attention, but they're also going for Copenhagen, and now it's again a bit of a race, and it seems like the blue team is going to win this one. Yeah, it's not a big shield that we're going to see on the Immortal, but they're taking it. So the blue team with the initial lead and experience, they got the kill, they got the damage at the top, and now they're in a position where they're also locking in the first objective. Yeah, Dino is still playing this out with a bit more damage here. I like it. I really, really like it. It's a fun game so far with a lot of aggression on both sides. But at the bottom of the map, the defense is now setting up for the Donuts as they're moving straight in for it. Top side, Sonya obviously going up against Urel here. You want to get the wall. I don't think they can get much more than that. If you get the fountain, that would already be a win, but the wall alone is already kind of nice. You're just simply prepping for the mid-game more so than anything else. And with the shield being this low, there's not a lot that you can do here. Again, if you get the fountain, that would be the dream, but even that would be a big ask, I suppose. They're taking all of the walls down. Yeah, Dominable even being used here as they're moving away from Diablo, so you can't push them back into the fort range. They have the level 7, of course, now too, which continues the grenade build for Tychus. And after not going for the low blow on level 1, we still see the growing infestation on level 7 for Stukov. Level 7 is not ready for both teams, which also gives us the Divine Steed, and of course Calamity is in play. They're trying to contest this at the bottom. Are they actually making a move for it? Seems like they are. There's the growing infestation, and that's not a good look. Lauba is in trouble, but so is Masquerade. Masquerade goes down, so does Diablo, and they're still fighting it out. Cassia gets attacked right away, and Skork does not make it. He's down too. Urel moved in, but so did Sonya. And there's another kill as Tracer rips them a new one. Moving in for one more easy triple kill for Dino. Showing off at this point. Came in with the first bomb as he takes kill number 2 against Li Ming. And then Ana gets also attacked just after that with 5 kills to 1, and the Cam pushing the bot lane. They can now move in for the fort, and that's a huge lead, of course, not only in experience but also on the map. This is big. This is really, really big, because the problem is the level 10. Now that they're so close to the next level, they're taking another one. They're taking Cassia again. Cassia goes down once more. She came back and died immediately. Oh, this is trouble. That's a free Immortal. They get a free Immortal now. Yeah, kill 6 and you get a free Immortal. It's... yeah, and they're also going for the top lane. They're saying, like, wait a second, we don't even need that Immortal right away. We can take that top fort without even taking the objective. Dino is wrecking it. And the entire team, I mean, Masquerade on his garage is obviously creating kill opportunities one after another. But as you can tell, they take the fort and now they go for the Immortal. That's a freebie. 1.5 levels are currently missing for the Donuts before they get the next talent. And that is just an absolute nightmare. That could be 100% shield. Maybe the red team is able to sneak in a little bit of damage, but right now it looks like this is going to be 100% shield, a free Immortal, both of the forts down. I mean, this could be a keep. We might see also a spot in where they are pushing with level 10 and the Donuts don't even have their heroic yet. Look how the timing is working out for them. They're getting this one. They're grabbing the objective. They're going for the camp. They're pulling the aggro here. They have level 10 and the Donuts don't have heroic abilities. Worst case scenario. This is the worst case scenario right here. They take the camp. Yes, top side is going to push too. This is a little bit annoying, but they're going to go for keep now. And who's going to stop them? Are they going to get level 10? Urel is trying. Urel is trying to get level 10 for them. I guess they're just going to be able to grab it. Yeah, thank God. I mean, that would have been a nightmare for the Donuts if that would have been missing as well. But they want to keep now. And with 100% shield Immortal, or nearly 100%, this is definitely something that you can accomplish. Top side is going to push. Down here, the fight has started. Immortal is, of course, taking tons of damage since it's still very early in the game, so it's not like it's a huge monster yet. But they are getting the damage done. And with Odin, they're already keeping them at bay, and that keep just doesn't stand a chance. They're trading the fort for the keep. They're willing to sacrifice the top. Are they going for game? Dibbles with the engage. Yeah, double stun. Masquerade, he's about to go down. He's dead. And they're trying to get some kills in. Li Ming is nearly down. The first one to die is Diablo, and Dibbles is going to be back in a few seconds. But yeah, the Immortal is still pushing, and they are looking to follow up with some additional damage. They might not be able to end the game here, but they're definitely going to be able to do a lot of damage to the core. Maybe they end the entire thing. If they can get some kills, it's possible. But Tracer dies. The core is down to 50%. What the hell? They're ending it. Is the... What? 15? No fucking way they take it. The series is over. Speed run. 8 minutes and 30 seconds as they win the grand final. Wash the Heat qualifies for the event. Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.